Okay, finally. Okay, so now welcome to our Wednesday night training. It's been a while since we've done this. I asked everybody just come as you are, ergo the Shasta Wolf sweatshirt and hair up in a bun, and I don't care. Right? So anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. It is Tuesday, February 21st, and it's going to be all about question and answers. But first, I want to give a big shout out to somebody sitting right on here, and maybe he can tell us a little bit about how all this happened. But there's a few of us here that are doing a run to 90-day CD run corporate director. And one of the challenges was to put 2 people a day into Rapid Funnel, get some engagements. And I gave that group a swag prize. You know, if they do well, do the best, then I'm going to send them some swag. So by the way, I've got tons of swag. Well, maybe not tons, but I got a lot. And I want to be able to start using that on these team meetings and get those out. So Randy Kiefer did amazing. Yay. Give Randy a hand there. Everybody shout out to him. And I know he's got more engagements now because this was taken, I believe, a couple of days ago, 16 engagements. He's showing number 4 up in the stats. And I'm just so proud of you. So Randy, shout out. That's a win-win. Tell us how y'all did that.
Oh, just reaching out to everybody. You know, and then sending a quick message out to them and then see if they respond. If they don't respond, then they probably don't need to be hearing from me.
It was that simple?
That simple.
What kind of message are you sending out?
What kind of message?
Yeah, what's it say? I mean, give me a rough idea what it's saying. I'm just curious. I'm sorry.
It says, it's a quick question. I ask them, are you still looking for a great home-based program? If I showed you a way that you could work from any place, anytime while making a nice additional income, would you be open to viewing a short video and getting information? Let's see here, getting information to evaluate to see if it's a good fit for you. Yes or no?
Thank you.
And then I sign off with my name.
Thank you so much for that.
What is the video? Are you doing the sizzle video?
I do.
Yeah, the first.
I also pick and choose. Depending on the person, I may be picking and choosing depending on any other conversation and stuff.
And these, you got leads for this, right? So these leads are they know that they're going to be talking.
They're screened.
Yeah, they're screened. So they know that what they're going to be getting something from somebody that can ask that question. All right. So thank you so much, Randy. And he's getting success for that. We've had, he's had engagements on it. We had a good conversation about it yesterday. And now we're getting ready to do his 3-way calls.
And do a relaunch.
Yeah, and do a relaunch for Randy. Yeah, so that's exciting. And they also have some information on to start learning how to, not how to, I think you all know how to do that, to do a presentation. Now, I don't mind doing the presentation. I mean, I'll do it for all of you. But one of the things about doing this business is you're going to want to build leadership because you're always wanting to duplicate, right? That's what we're here for, that's what network marketing is duplicating and making sure that your team is growing. And it doesn't do that if it's onesie, 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 onesie all the time and hoping that they place an order. And, what do I need to know about using an iPad for presentations? Don't do it. Seriously, I had an iPad. It wasn't conducive to working with a lot of presentations that I have, unless you know, Randy, that you can, oh wait, is that, who's asking that? Lisa. Lisa.
It was me.
Okay.
It was me.
So unless you know how to operate a presentation on an iPad, to me, the screen's too small. I have to have 2 So yeah, you've got too many things going on at once. That's why ask somebody else to do the presentation for you, with you, and we cover all the bases.
Can I ask what kind of presentation? Is it more like a one-on-one or one-on-two?
Oh,
Or is it in front of a large group?
the full presentation. It's the one I gave you and it's Tina's presentation, the real bright colored one. It's a
Correct. No,
full
what I'm
overview.
asking is in for Lisa is in what setting is she trying to do the presentation in front of a large group or just a more of a one-on-one?
We're talking about a
Actually,
pre-launch.
actually, it's only because we have an iPad here and I haven't been using it, and I thought, well, should I fire it up?
Well, you can fire it up and then cast it to a TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Randy.
Wait, I can't?
Yeah. Lisa's like, wait a minute, Lisa,
Wait.
I'm just gonna say, Lisa, let's just bear arms here, not tech savvy at all.
Uh-oh, I got too
Not
techy.
tech savvy at all.
Well, okay, Randy, give me a little time, but thank you.
Yeah, once I saw it was Lisa, I thought, okay, here's where that's why I said, no, don't use it. Yeah, so that would be fun. I know I've had somebody else try to do it. What they can do is they can view the presentation from there, but then they still have trouble trying to mute themselves or turn the video on, but it's always something. So it's just get a computer or use your phone.
Yes,
Using
ma'am,
my
thank
iPhone's
you.
hard.
Mm-hmm. And somebody else was saying something?
Sorry, talked over you. Doing just the Zoom on my iPhone, I don't get the bottom features like speaker and chat and stuff. So I don't.
What you
So,
should is all you have to do is tap it and it all shows up. I can literally show you guys how, is it an iPhone or a
it's an
Randy?
iPhone.
Android?
It's not an Android. It's an
Yeah.
actual iPhone.
Yeah, so all those things should be at the bottom of the screen, or you just tap it and it's all there. And you need to swipe across to be able to view the speaker, or swipe across and you'll see the screen share, or scroll up and down and you'll see all the people that are on it. And you know, that's an upgrade that they did. I thought was really cool, because it used to be you had to keep swiping across, and now I can just scroll up and see everybody that's on it. So you guys all know that there is a product of the month, Power for Women or Power for Men, buy two, get two free. That's going to be over tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Let's say 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Seems like they always shut it off an hour before. So be aware that that's on there. And I don't, was there something else? I've got other things pulled up on here. I was just gonna, if it wasn't all you guys on here, I was actually gonna go over with the CD group about their personal checklist, but that's okay. We can do that just with that group. So anybody else have a win that they want to talk about, that or wins or questions? I knew you did, Clee. That's why I brought it up. I know Clee did a really awesome interview and sent me 2 of those videos, and great job, Clee. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Brian, we become friends, and he offered to let me do that for free. And so we did a long version and we did a short version. And then Tuesday on his Zoom that he does every week, he played the short version. So, I got a lot of exposure that way. So it's pretty cool.
Yes,
And then
you
he
did.
also posted on LinkedIn. Not sure if he posted it on Facebook. I don't remember, but he said he was going to put it on LinkedIn for me. So pretty.
I did see it. I did see it on Facebook. And FYI, you guys, this is where Clee got his last sign up.
Yeah.
From being on these networking interviews. So
Yeah.
that was awesome. And by the way, Jan lives in Cave Creek, which is like 10 miles away from Tina and Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah. She's going to the Super Saturday. So my spring break starts and I'm debating to fly out there to be with her.
Oh my gosh. Clee, if you did that, if you were able to do that, I mean, you've not been to Tina and Kelly's yet, have you?
No,
What a
but
treat.
it's gonna be at Michael's though. It's gonna be at,
Yeah, it is. However, if you showed up and she wants Jan they're having a cocktail thing over at their house afterwards,
uh,
you're invited.
yeah, okay. And also, Brian said, you know, cause he lives there, he said he might come too, so that's why I think I
Wow.
should fly out there.
Well, here, let's make sure with Tina and Kelly, I know that they're gonna have one, and she mentioned something on the corporate director on the call that we had the other day that, you know, they have to be, I don't know, senior managing director or something. And I said, Tina, if Clee flew all the way from Ohio, would you tell him he can't come to your house? And she goes, oh, heavens, no. So, and Jan just got started, so I think I mean, we don't have any riffraff, but they do get a lot of people coming to their home just for the meal. And
Yeah.
they really want to have people come in there and enjoy some more conversation about APL Go. Knowing Tina, she'll do even more training there.
Oh,
And
that
have
would be
some fun.
awesome.
Yeah, so she knows Jan is wanting to be there, so
Yeah, Jen
yeah.
might bring her husband or her sister. I don't know yet.
that would be fabulous. Regardless, whatever happens at Michael's Institute is going to be amazing anyway.
Right, right.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. I'm so excited for you. They get things
Okay,
really
well, I'll try
happening.
to make it happen. It's tough, but I'll try to do it. It's
All right.
expensive.
Well, yeah, it's I know. I'm supposed to be going to Cancun in what, 3 weeks? And I'm like, I don't have time to go to Cancun, you guys. We're doing this run to CD, and I know it's only 4 days, but I really have no connection when I'm down there. We're not going to be out doing stuff, and I'm serious about help these people get to CD. And 4 days in March is not a good time to be gone. So I said
Yeah.
that was bad timing, but
Yeah, because I'm gonna have that whole week to work on this, so.
well, yeah. Kelly?
So the videos, you just decided to do like an interview video, and then because this guy does Zooms, he flashes it somewhere in between. Is
He
that
has
what
a,
Tell me what it is,
He-
yeah.
he has a networking group that's huge in all over the Phoenix area. And he's been doing it for years and years, and he lets anybody in. It doesn't, even if they're doing the same thing. And then you pay him $40 a month and you become a VIP member. And then that way he'll do these interviews. He'll post stuff special for you and things like that.
awesome?
It's really fantastic. So,
Oh, that's
and he's a
interesting.
really nice guy. He puts on all like vendor events. He puts on dinners. Yeah, all sorts of stuff around the Phoenix area. It's just amazing. So,
Very professional. He does
interesting. Thank you.
everything. He does everything very professionally. So
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
was
still trying to
impressed
figure out how to get to the business expo that's coming to Vegas.
Mm.
Get online and check it out. Here's what I do
Well,
on
they've
those
been messaging me. I just don't have the funds.
on those business, you don't need the funds to have a booth there. On those business expos, here's a trick, you guys. Tip, hint. I know a lot of times they have a sign at the door right there that if you're from another networking company and you come in here and you start trying to sell your goods to people in there, they'll have you thrown out. There's a way around that. You go in there and you are interested in what they have. Are you going to buy what they have? No, you're just going to have a conversation with them. You get their information, you write notes down, and you're gathering information. At the same time, you're gathering leads. And then you call them up. Switch and bait, call it what you want to call it, but be interested in what they have. Stuart's on here, and I know he knows this. So be interested in what they have And then go, well, can you tell me a little bit about your comp plan? This is where you guys need to know our comp plan. Just a little bit, knowing that it pays daily, knowing that it pays up to 63%, knowing that it pays at, coming in at diamond, you don't even have to say that part, you just say 10% on all your first 6 to 7 levels, and it is 7 levels if you're corporate director. Just those minimal things and see if their comp plan outdoes yours. I can guarantee it doesn't, unless it's a tech company, because they don't have a product. And nobody wants to do, well, people do tech companies because they can make money right away. Are they sustainable? Do they last you for your lifetime? No. So do those comparisons, get somebody on the 3-way call that can help you with that, because you guys, I gotta say, I listened to Tina, I've listened to Kelly for over a decade now, well, Tina, and I think we pretty much got it nailed on any adversity that anybody
slipped on a
has.
banana peel.
And then just let them know you have a comeback for every single thing that they can bring up in a good way. It's always in a good way. I never argue with them. Arguably, I could, but I don't argue with them. I go, oh, wow. And then here's the thing. You're not going to sign them up right then and there, but believe me, you've left them with enough information that they're going to wonder, maybe I should look at that. Then you go ahead before the conversation is over. This is where I always use rapid funnel, and ask, hey, can I just send you a quick 3-minute video on this?
Yeah, they
Pamela's,
want me to actually have a table, and I don't have the money for their tables.
well, this is why I'm
Well,
telling you,
it's
do it this way. Go in by yourself. I take my really cool beauty bag that I got, that one that's iridescent. It's so cool. People are looking at that. I guess that's the rage now. And
The one I just gave away, or the what's part of the group, the package, that one.
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, and somehow or another, I got it just before Christmas, and I put some boxes in there. You never know what people are gonna want, but I don't make it like I'm going in there to sell stuff either. I mean, I got my jacket in there or something to cover everything up with, but I do have brochures. You're not going in there to leave a bunch of your information. You're going in there to talk to the vendors, not the people that are in there talking to them. You're going in to talk to the vendors and get their information, see how well they're doing. Is this something that maybe you'd want to do, but not?
Right?
Got it? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like a reverse psychology.
Yeah, bait switch.
I have a question about people that, if you're in that environment and there are many, let's say, direct marketing companies like that, aren't there some companies, or maybe all companies, that have a rule that it's like a non-compete kind of thing? How do you
Oh.
overcome that objection? Well, I work with Pro Tandem and they don't allow me to do another company's products.
Well, that's kind of changed in the last few years, but here's a very good example of that. We have 3 brand new people in Tina and Kelly's group that
Yeah.
all had NDAs signed by their company, and one of them's been with us for a couple of years now and had to wait till his NDA expired so that he could actually show himself on a Zoom. That just happened a few weeks ago. And
Wow.
if you find the right person, they're going to do whatever it takes without bringing people over. They're going to get their position. They're going to do whatever it takes, minimal, with their other company. And then when that NDA expires, they're bringing all their people over. I don't know if you noticed it, but he went national director overnight. So that's a big clue right there. So when they see what we have and they're willing to do that, because Lisa, I know we know some big people. You
Yeah.
know we do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well,
when we
my
talk to
question,
them, yeah.
what's what's the average NDA? And did we sign an NDA with APL Go?
No, no, we don't have any reason to do it. You know what? Sergey believes in, you can do whatever you want. There's some companies that are so possessive over
Yes.
what they have and over their big leaders that they say you got to sign an NDA, you got to sign, that you're not going with another company, you can't do two at one time. That was one of the first things I asked joining this company. Nope. No.
Yeah, see, that's why I stepped away for a little while, because I didn't want to be not in compliance. If I was to, because the thing I was looking at isn't just like similar to us, but it dealt with everything healthcare kind of a thing, all natural products. But because of the liquid vitamin stuff, I thought I'd be in non-compliance. But I
Well,
can't take their vitamins either, so.
maybe I can explain myself a little better because Sherry understands. I was in a company that was video-based marketing, and it was new. It was a new way of marketing, and it would be perfect for any and every MLM company. I actually brought it to churches because if a pastor is going to answer an email, it makes such a difference to actually see the facial expressions and the concern, and there so much comes through on video. And so I ran into a lot of that when I talked to friends that were in like Pro Tandem, and I forget the other company names, but they all said, oh, I can't do it because I'm not able to.
Because it's another MLM. They're telling you
That
can't
is what-
be two MLMs at the same time, which was
Right.
interesting because yes, Lisa and I, Rick Parros. I mean, come on, you
Yes.
guys. You know who that is? Denver football
Yes.
player, tight end, caught John Elway's very first touchdown pass. I mean, yeah, we knew people. So
Mark
you know-
Jackson too.
yeah,
And Mark
yes,
Jackson
exactly.
he was one of the three amigos with the Broncos. And
So-
I have stayed in touch with. So that's a good name to remember.
These are people that we want to get in touch with again. And, you
yeah.
bring this up to people and they may be doing something else and they've got their head really into it. But if you can I don't want to convince anybody. We don't
Right.
have to do that. I like the fact that we don't have to convince anybody. We don't have to lie about the product at all. It just does what it says it does. And it's unique. There's nothing else out there like it. As soon as you say unique and pays out 63%, you probably got a big hitter's attention because they want to see how that works. And I can show them how that works. So, but there's not been a whole lot of that anymore. Although I know Tina's got a really good friend that's doing a company and she did sign an NDA. I gotta tell you what, no name said here at all, but she is a customer of APL Go because she loves what these products do. And she's making big bucks. Why would they, like Kelly said on Sunday night training, why would anybody leave their $100,000 a month job, $100,000 a month MLM to start over again here? You don't go after those people. You look for the people that are second, third, fourth tier down from them. And I'm going to give you a hint. There's a couple companies out there right now. Maybe I better not say any names because it's being recorded, but go to Business for Home and you're going to see some companies aren't even on there anymore because they're not even in existence. And some companies have been around for a long time. Just Google them. Companies, MLM companies in trouble. You probably get a list of them. And then go find those people on Facebook. This is what Pamela Zimmer isn't even on my team. And that's what we connect with and talk about pretty much every single morning. And it's interesting, the people that we're finding. Her video, I'm so glad that came out. Finally got that in there yesterday because I was sending out, I'm going to tell you one of the things that I sent this out to. I don't know if you remember him, Lisa, but Dave, that is a pro golfer, Spalding, and he's retired. So, I said, I sent him a video and it didn't look like it sent, and it didn't. And I said, shoot, David, it didn't look like the video sent with my message. I'm curious. This video is only 90 seconds, and I just want to know, does this intrigue you, or do you just want to shrug your shoulders? Send him the video link, and I said, I really want to know because of your history in the industry. And believe me, I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm just asking you to watch this 90-second video and tell me what you got. What did I say on here? What stood out to you the most? And he replied with, wow, what is that? So I sent him back the 3-minute sizzle. I'm not hiding behind, because he hasn't given me, I have his phone number, but I want him to give me his phone number. And I said, just shoot me your phone number and let's talk. And he goes, you got another video? So I did. I sent him the 3-minute overview of all the products. And he thought that was pretty interesting. And he said he'll contact me this week. So that was yesterday. I just sent him that yesterday and got a reply back pretty quickly. There's other, on that same video, I have sent out, let's see, to Carla. Carla, when you look at this video, does it intrigue you, or do you just want to shrug your shoulders? Same thing. And then I said again, because of your history in this industry, and by the way, when I did Nutrition for Life, her and her husband, ex now, but were the quickest, fastest 4-star distributors in the company, right up there with Kevin Trudeau. So these are some big hitters. And she said, you know what, Sherry, I am retired and I'm not doing MLM anymore, but that looks rather interesting. Funny thing, because that's exactly what I said when I told Tina no. And here we are. So,
Sherry.
yeah.
Is that the same video we talked about last week? The one that you were going through on Rapid Funnel and everything?
It's the one from if you go into Rapid Funnel and you go into DNA Drops and go into invite, it's the very
Intro.
first one. Intro, I'm sorry, not invite. Go to intro, it's the very first one. It's the one from Pamela.
Yeah, I've been
So,
using that one too. I also like the Tina's 5-minute one.
yeah, and here's another thing that I've noticed is when you're sending out a video, keep it as short as you possibly can. No book needs to go out to them. However, the ones that Randy's doing, they need more information because they're literally looking for a home-based business. So if it's just getting back with people that you've maybe not talked to in a long time, believe me, I haven't talked to Dave in 15 years. So that short, sweet, and to the point. Does anybody else have any, Stuart, I know you're on here, and you're probably multitasking because you have so many things that you're doing. I don't know if you can write in or text me if you have any questions. I don't see any here, but you can text me. I'll actually turn my phone on.
For
So
those business leads and stuff that I got, I like to use that Kelly's Business 8-minute one under the opportunity.
if indeed they're asking for another video, but we've had conversations about this. When somebody replies to your Rapid Funnel and they reply with like the what's that? I literally should have gotten on the phone, but he then said, you have a more a video that tells more about the product. Do you have more with explanation? And so I sent him that
Get
one.
on the phone.
Yeah, but you need to get on the phone with people as quickly as you can. And I'm going to say it, don't hide behind all these videos that you can be sending out. Because by the time you get them on the phone, what is that conversation going to be about? We want to make sure that we can handle, get to what it is they want. Because when you send them a video, like the business video, that's great. But if you sent them a whole entire presentation, what if they didn't want that? They're not going to listen to 30, 45 minutes of it, but what if they didn't want that? They just want to get on the phone and get their immediate questions answered, which by the way, lead into other questions that, by the way, lead into them on a scale of 1 to 10. Are you ready to get started today? So that's I hope that
I'm
was.
afraid I'd have to call you to see if you were available to answer them, to do three ways, because
this-
I'm finding
this is-
myself being forgetful.
Yeah, this is how that works. You can text me, like all the rest of you on here, you do this. You text me, are you available? And I go, yeah. If I'm not, I'll let you know. But usually I'm available. And if I'm doing another call, I just get to if I know where it's going, like it's not really going anywhere, or this is going to be another phone call, I go ahead and hand it back over to the person that we did the three-way with. And they have been instructed to don't stay on the phone. Get off the phone. I know they're going to want to have you answer a whole bunch of other questions, but that's why you got that third party on there in the first place. Just say, you know what, let's set another time. That's all you're to do, is set another time, get off the phone within 30 seconds of me hanging up. And then let me know when you can do another call. I love doing these because they're very productive. Judy knows. She's seen me at work. Any other questions, you guys? Oh my gosh, it's almost been an hour into this. Holy cow.
Sherry, I will
Yeah.
say, I just unmuted myself to say, yes, you're great when it comes to answering the questions. And in the case of the guy we signed up, oh, getting through that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That was so cool. And you know what? If that was a conversation that could have been recorded, that was the one that should have been recorded, because
That's
it
true.
was one brick wall right after the other. And
Was.
I was just fortunate that that call came in that day, because we had just that morning on the mastermind group talked about this little glitch that's in there. And it just hit me. Wait a minute. That's something that we're already working on. We're going to get that resolved. Let me call you back later today. And we had him called back within 2 hours, right? Maybe less.
Right.
And,
Right.
and went through the whole process. And by the way, not only did we call him back and run him through it, but we already called up one of his referrals and got her signed up as a builder before we even called him back. He already
Yeah.
made money. But that turned out. And because we knew the glitch, I was able to run through that and bypass it. That was
That's
so
right.
cool.
Worked out so well. Thank you.
Well, when you start sponsoring people or help people, you're helping people sponsor people all the time. This is going to be like, you're going to know it like the back of your hand, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll get real easy. So that's the fun I have. Anyway, anybody else have anything they want to bring up, or? I'm just so glad to get back to Wednesdays. Cleet.
Randy, where'd you get your list from?
I
Just curious.
saw a thing a while ago that the $25 was waived. Is that over?
Oh, good question.
The $25 is actually going to start again in March.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a
But it's
newbie
waived
coming
till
up.
then.
By
But
the way, there's going to be, if anybody has any big hitters in the background there in their back pocket or something they're holding on to, there is going to be a golly, should I even bring this up? Maybe, you know what? I got to turn the recording off and then I will bring this up. Okay. Okay, so hold on just a second.